Hey everybody. Sorry for not making an updated video for the wood stove project in a while. I've been doing a lot of work on that and some other things, and these videos are definitely falling by the wayside. So hopefully I will try to stick to my new planned schedule of a video every Tuesday. We'll see if that lasts longer than a Tuesday. But definitely subscribe if you want to get the updates whenever I do post a new video. Backfill you on the wood stove project over the next couple of videos. So in this video, we're going to be working on the demolition and the pad for the brick hearth on the wood stove. So that's going to be this concrete board here, which is going to go right on the subfloor. And the brick will go on top of that. And then that's also going to include painting behind the wood stove, a very dark color. And the reason we're painting this is because we're actually going to leave a 1 to 2 inch gap. That's going to be 1 inch on this side and 2 inch on this side because of this little notch in the drywall. And that gap is going to help airflow behind the brick and let us get a better clearance to push the wood stove closer to the drywall. And because of that gap, I want to paint this super dark so that you don't see the drywall too much behind the brick wall. And if we were to put a little screen between the brick and the drywall, it would be pretty dark behind there. So I'm going to go over the demolition process, and you'll see me building this stuff out. I had put down this drop cloth, and now I'm kind of cutting it away, kind of surgically, and opening up the patient here, marking all the areas and taping off where I'm going to cut the carpet. And this is going to turn out to be pretty important because the cement and mortar gets all over the place. And this really keeps it pretty clean, so when we're done, we just pull the drop cloth off. Now I'm just cutting away the carpet, trying to be as precise as possible. It's a pretty thick Berber here. I use one of the little hooked carpet X-Acto blades, but I had left my knife at the shop, so I had to use it by hand, which was unfortunate. And now finally just removing the padding and taking out the staples to make a nice flat surface. It's pretty tedious, but then eventually all the staples are out and I just brush off everything. All right, now that I got the area for the hearth pulled up, got the carpet up and the padding and removed all the screws and stuff, I'm going to spread some thin set mortar all over the subfloor so I can bond the concrete board. I'm going to use this notch trowel to give it nice thick ridges of mortar that the concrete board will stick to. And then once that is down, we'll screw in the concrete board to the subfloor. And now I'm just spreading out all this thin set mortar, putting a good bit of coverage and making sure the ridges are available to stick the concrete board to. Off camera, I snapped the concrete board by scoring it on both sides to trim it to fit. All right, now that we got the concrete board down over the thin set mortar, I'm going to screw it down with these heavy-duty rock-on concrete board screws. And I saw on the internet that these should go we should put a lot of screws down, so I'm going to put them about every 10 inches or so. And then once that's done, I'll transition right into putting some of that fiberglass mesh tape over this seam and running some thin set mortar down on top of the tape. So I probably went a little overkill on the number of screws, but the thing is definitely solid onto the ground, and all the holes were patched up with a thin set mortar. So it was a really solid surface for which to build the hearth on. All right, there we have it. Put the cement board down, covered up all the screws with a little bit of thin set, patched the seam with more thin set and fiberglass tape. And once this dries, we'll be ready to start throwing down mortar and building up a brick hearth. Now in this final section, I'm just testing the fit of the bricks and measuring and masking the back of the hearth area, and then just throwing on this paint. This paint was a little old, so it was really thick, and it's pretty fantastic. You can see my crack, so it's pretty awesome. But yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of painting all the back, and that would finish out the preparation for the hearth. So in the next video, we'll be laying some brick. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe.